Shoppy's is even better online. You may know their showroom at 1031 Shore Road in Linwood, but you can order whatever you need at shoppy.com. Remember, you're not presenting the best trophy if it's not a Shoppy trophy. Phone 609-653-1684. Shoppy's since 1921.
There's a place where memories become traditions. So this summer, come on down and enjoy all that's fun at the shore. Plan today and book your vacation in America's greatest family resort. Ocean City, New Jersey. We're less than a tank of gas away.
For nearly a century, Gillian's Wonderland Pier has been an entertainment destination for residents and visitors to Ocean City. In October, the amusement center at 6th Street and the Boardwalk will close. Wonderland is open tonight through Labor Day until 10 p.m. and each evening through September 14th. It will then continue to be open weekend evenings until early October. Come out, use your tickets, and enjoy one last visit to Gillian's Wonderland Pier, 6th and the Boardwalk in Ocean City.
Moments away from kickoff here in Ocean City as the Red Raiders get set to take on the Cinnaminson Pirates. Game number 3 of this opening day of the Battle at the Beach. Of course, the action shifts to Egg Harbor Township the next 2 days. Some players to watch for both teams. For Cinnaminson, the big man up front, Donovan Wilkinson, 6'5", 295 pounds. He's an Army commit, two-way player, and certainly a force on the line. A couple other returning players for Cinnaminson, Gavin Prendergast, senior tight end, 6 touchdown catches a year ago, and Dom Del Grippo, a junior, and scored 6 touchdowns on the ground a year ago as a sophomore. For Ocean City, Walker Bailey returns at quarterback, his second year as a starter. Of course, Bailey a little bit banged up at times a year ago, but a senior signal caller for head coach Kevin Smith. Tristan Schmidt slides in at running back. He was also banged up a year ago. He is a junior. And then Cliff Dirks, one of a handful of veteran players on the line, Bud. And certainly on paper, even with the records, figures to be a good matchup here today.
Yeah, and these two teams have never met in football, Mike, and you know, I always think opening day is special. And of course, if you're doing it here in this battle at the beach, it's even more special. The Ocean City kids are used to being here in this setting, in this background, and I think most of the other teams that aren't used to being here probably think this is pretty special.
No doubt about it. These teams with similar color schemes. That's Ocean City kicking off in red and the gray pants, Cinnaminson in the all whites with the red numerals and black and red trim. And we are underway. Cinnaminson returning the kickoff, moving left to right. A little bit of a bobble near the goal line. Now the Pirates move out with it, but that ball did cross the goal line. So we begin the game with a touchback. Battle at the Beach, created and operated by the West Jersey Football League Coaches Association. 4th year of the event, the premier high school football showcase in South Jersey. And we already talked about more of the games already played today, and the big one coming up later tonight as IMG gets set to take on Bergen Catholic. Good crowd filling in here under our broadcast position and across the bleachers here at Carey Stadium as we are inside the Tom Williams press box here in Ocean City. And we'll have our first look at the Cinnaminson Pirates on offense.
I thought this was the big game of the day.
Yeah, it depends.
The next one, huh?
Depends who you're a fan of. Certainly for you and I, it should be, right? Here goes Cinnaminson, handoff off the right side. Maybe a couple of yards there. Not a whole lot, though. Dylan McAndrews, by the way, starting quarterback for Cinnaminson this season. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 7.
Joe Berardis makes a stop in there, and boy, he made a lot of tackles last year. Really had a great season. Returning player for the Raiders.
Ocean City really having some nice wins over the last couple of years, despite that 3-7 record a year ago, losing to Hamilton in the opening round of the playoffs after beating the Blue Devils the week before last year. Under center again, and Ocean City into the backfield in a hurry. That's number 9 for the Red Raiders, Jake Chapman, sophomore defensive end, and a big-time impact play on defense.
Yeah, you're not kidding. That well described. A big-time impact play from a young sophomore. I think that, you know, obviously both teams want to set the tone early here again at the beginning of the season. Opening drive, and that's a big play right there to set the tone defensively.
Bring up 3rd and 14. I know in speaking with Ocean City head coach Kevin Smith before the season, he was excited about his line play this year. A little bit of a cliche that high school football, you know, kind of starts and ends with the line, but it's true in a lot of cases, and the Red Raiders have a lot of veterans returning. One of the younger players making a splash play there. So 3rd and long here for the Pirates. McAndrews still under center. Looking to pass this time. Looking over to his right. Has a man out there. Throw sails wide. And Ocean City forces a 3-and-out to begin the ball game.
Interesting. Mainland's quarterback, Franchini's left-handed. We got another southpaw here in McAndrews. Good to my own heart as a southpaw myself.
How'd that left-handed swing come in for you on the golf course this morning?
That didn't. I play golf right-handed, but.
All right, so a punting situation obviously here for Cinnaminson. And Ocean City's return man on the plus side of the 50, flag in the air. And a relatively short punt. Ocean City has to be careful and hit somebody. Cinnaminson thinks it hit an Ocean City player. A lot to sort out here. And the ball is touchdown. It was touched by Cinnaminson, so no issue for the Red Raiders there.
Yeah, Cinnaminson picked up about 10 or 12 extra yards there after that bounce, and obviously the Raiders wanted to get away from it because they didn't want anybody to touch the ball at that point. And the ball got up in the air a little bit. There's a lot of wind here. Anybody who's familiar with this field, most of the time the wind blows either east or west, but right now the wind's blowing out of the north, so it's into the face of the players on the Ocean City. The bottom of your screen, the wind is blowing toward the Ocean City bench, and that punt got held up there in the air and really didn't go too far.
Illegal shift was the flag against the Pirates. So basically that negates that extra yardage that was picked up off of that bounce, as you were describing there, Bud. And so Ocean City offensively in terrific field position here to begin the ball game. As we get our first look at the Red Raiders offense, we mentioned off at the top, Walker Bailey, number 14, senior. He'll play quarterback this season. And he's got an experienced line in front of him. Bailey begins the game in the shotgun here. 2 players in motion for Ocean City. Bailey rolling out to his right, sticks a foot in the ground. Bailey's on the run. Bailey's got the first down and more. Runs over a Pirates defender, and he's inside the 25.
I think the ball went on the ground, but it was caused by the ground after contact, I believe. You know, last year, the one part of his game that suffered was the run, because he was hurt ankle-wise, and after the season, he had some. It was worse than everybody thought, and it really hampered his running ability. And you can see right there, he can run, and that's a big weapon for a quarterback.
So just like that, Red Raiders 1st and 10. Bailey still in the shotgun. Schmidt into the game now, flanking him. Take the handoff, little check down here, and some room to run along the left side. That's number 18 for Ocean City, J.P. Forster, one of the captains. And more positive yardage and another first down for OC.
But they, you know, really, I'll say up tempo, except they're in the huddle. But boy, once they get to the line of scrimmage, the first 2 plays have been very up tempo. I think early on, you could see it looks like they want to go wide a little bit, maybe not going right up into the middle of that Cinnaminson defensive line.
Forster down to the 13, 1st and 10 from there. Ocean City in the red zone. Bailey under center this time. And pre-snap penalty here. Be a false start. The indication here against Ocean City. First penalty of the game against the Red Raiders will back them up 5.
This just seems like a regular Friday night Ocean City game at this point, but so far, 3rd game of the day. If you're just joining us, Manchester Township defeated West Deptford this morning, 26-21, and then Mainland beat Mainland beat Atlantic City 29-18, the game preceding this.
So 1st and 15 here for Bailey and the Raiders. Walker under center once more, and another procedure penalty. And this has to drive Kevin Smith a little bit crazy early on here. This will be 1st and 20, and a drive that was moving big time in a positive direction, now going the wrong way all of a sudden.
Yeah, you expect stuff like this early on. You hope that you don't get it. I mean, you've had a couple scrimmages, you work in practice, but, you know, early on you're going to get these procedure penalties as much as anything else, and coaches hate that.
So here we go, 1st and 20. Raiders now outside of the red zone. Bailey in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff to Schmidt. He keeps it. Bailey rooting to run off the left tackle. Bailey stumbling inside the 10. And Walker Bailey picks up all of those penalty yards plus about 5 more. We'll set up about 2nd and 5. And another huge splash play there for Walker Bailey, who's been doing it on the ground so far.
Yeah, and really good ball deception there, faking the handoff to Schmidt into the middle. And then just, again, they want to go outside, it looks like, and at least with Bailey. He's a big, strong boy. Young man, I should say. 6'2", 200 pounds.
So 2nd down and 5 for Ocean City. Bailey got about 15 yards on that play. And quickly racking up the rushing yards here in this first quarter. 7:38 to go. We're scoreless. Ocean City on the move. Bailey hands off to Schmidt, the junior, looking for some running room. Not a lot there, but wiggles forward for about 2. It'll set up 3rd down and 3.
Well, that one play into the line, which really doesn't gain much, and the plays to the outside so far have been successful. So we'll see if how that sets up the choice in attack, so to speak.
Big spot here for Mario Patrizzi's Cinnaminson Pirates. Cinnaminson again coming off that 9-2 record a year ago. Won a playoff game before losing to Point Pleasant Borough in the 2nd round at Central Jersey Group 2. Bailey back in the shotgun here. 3rd down for Ocean City. Bailey keeps it. Out wide, stretches, close to 1st down yardage. And it seems like they have it. They do. They'll move the sticks. They'll set up 1st and goal for Ocean City as Bailey muscles forward for enough for the 1st.
Gant on the tackle there, number 7 for Cinnaminson. Defensive back comes up to make the stop, and a nice play for him.
Gant preventing that one from possibly being a touchdown. It'll be 1st and goal, though, for Ocean City. Looks like Bailey went down right at the 3. Called the 4. Bailey under center. Hands off. A little bit of running room there. And in for the touchdown for Ocean City is Clay Compton, the 5'8 junior, with the first points of the season for the Red Raiders.
So the Ocean City giving a lot of different people a chance to touch the football here in the early going on their first drive with 6:05 still remaining in the first quarter. And they take the early lead by benefit of the punt, then the penalty, and some good running attack.
Good maturity there from the Red Raiders, who put some positive plays together, and all of a sudden back-to-back penalties, 1st and 20. And you're wondering maybe how a team responds to that. They just get right back to work, and the Red Raiders take the lead. It's number 18, Forster. Extra point attempt, kick is up and good. And Ocean City takes a 7-0 lead over Cinnaminson. There are always things happening at the Ocean City Free Public Library. Coming up tomorrow at 6 p.m., another movie in the Military Veterans Film Festival, Hacksaw Ridge, starring Andrew Garfield and Vince Vaughn. Information is available at oceancitylibrary.org. You can improve your cooking, baking, chess, and computer skills. It's all free, plus books, magazines, internet access, and much more. It's the Ocean City Free Public Library, 18th and Simpson. Visit them online at oceancitylibrary.org. The RJH Insurance Group has specialized in home and flood insurance since 2006. At RJH, they are committed to excellence. As an independent agency, they have the ability to represent multiple insurance companies to get their customers the most competitive rates. Call Rich Hogue for a quote, 609-630-4569, or check out their many services at rjhinsurance.com. That's the RJH Insurance Group. So Ocean City gets a stop defensively to begin the ball game. Red Raiders get some great field position, and OC cashes in thanks to the junior Clay Compton with the touchdown. So another opportunity coming up here for Cinnaminson on offense. As Forster, one of the senior captains for this Ocean City team, knocking through the extra point. He kicks this one away. Angling toward the near sideline, and that one sails out of bounds by a wide margin. And Cinnaminson with a break there. They'll take the good field position to begin the Pirates' second drive of the game.
And I think the wind really affected that kickoff as much as anything. And again, that's the way the wind is blowing, and it's pretty strong. If kicking it down, in the center of the field a little bit, it's not unusual to think that it would go out of bounds there to the left as it did there.
No doubt I was down on the field for that mainland Atlantic City game. It's swirling down there at times. Certainly no complaints. You and I know how hot these late August days can get here in Ocean City. A little bit overcast. We'll take some wind today, but it is going to play a factor on the field. So second drive of the game for Cinnaminson. And again, it's McAndrews working under center. Two in the backfield, two split out to the right. McAndrews to the up man. And some positive yards there. A gain of about 7 that time from Del Grippo, the junior. He figures to get a handful of carries on this drive and going forward this season. Obviously one of the key players returning for Patrizzi.
Yeah, that's their best run, best offensive play so far. Of course, they were 3 and out on the first series, and yet he found good yardage behind blockers there off the left side. 2nd and 2 is a pretty nice situation to be in.
Certainly a better situation than the first drive. Now all of a sudden it's McAndrews in the gun. Player to his left, player to his right. McAndrews, the handoff. Ocean City into the backfield, and this play is going backwards. That's Jake Chapman once again leading the charge. Already the second time we've called his name.
Yeah, Ocean City's strength is in their offensive and defensive lines. A lot of their strength. And, they're going to be a little tougher to run interior line-wise against them. And that was, although they gained 8 yards on the play previous, they lost a yard on that play, did Cinnaminson.
Cliff Dirks also in on that one. Senior captains for Kevin Smith.
Probably name 5 or 6 guys in on that one, huh?
It was a handful. 3rd and short now all of a sudden for Cinnaminson. Again, the handoff to Del Grippo. Wiggles free for the first down. And first down of the game for the Pirates, and a much-needed first down for Cinnaminson.
Yeah, that time they tried the right side. A couple of Raiders in on a tackle called the Cecino was one of them. But, again, both teams just still feeling their way. I mean, we're already with 4 minutes left here in the first quarter, but it's early, and both teams trying to establish what they want to do.
So Cinnaminson now just shy of the 50 as Del Grippo went down at the 49. 1st and 10 for Cinnaminson. McAndrews back under center. I formation. Del Grippo gets the carry. Reaches forward, and that extra effort at the end nets him an extra yard. It'll be a gain of 4 on the play. It'll set up 2nd and 6.
Getting up off the bottom of that pile is Dirks. Mentioned him prior. He also, Mike, holds a school record for most wins by a wrestler. A lot of kids in high school do more than one sport, although it got to a time there for a while. I don't think it's as much anymore where they were trying to specialize in one sport. Everybody thought their kid was going to college on a scholarship and they want them to specialize, but
McAndrews back under center, looking to pass now. Going down the field, has a man open, and broken up at the last moment by Ryan Hendricks. Hendricks beat initially, but then closed well, got a hand up. That seemed ticketed there for Gant, and Hendricks just able to get a couple fingers in to break it up.
I'll tell you, he did exactly what you're supposed to do, and that is he couldn't get turned around, but rather than face guard, he waited until the receiver put his hands up in the air, and as soon as Gant put his hands up, he got his arm in there right in front and deflected the ball away. Just a really nice play by Hendricks.
So 3rd down and 6 for Cinnaminson. Andrews in the shotgun, handoff, Del Grippo looking for some running room, and he only gets about a half a yard.
Interesting, they brought 3 receivers to this side of the field. I thought Ocean City was a defender short, and then they were shifted over on the backside, but, deep backside. And I guess Cinnaminson looking to catch him off guard or whatever and try that run. It didn't work.
But Cinnaminson, a team that I don't get a chance to cover all that much. We talked about Wilkinson off the top. He wears number 79. Haven't seen him in, and I believe he might not be available for this one as their bigger guy on the far sideline in street clothes. So something to keep an eye on there, that Pirates may be without certainly one of their tougher guys up front. This will be a punting situation here for the Pirates. First, the whistle comes in.
Is that him standing right by the down marker? I wonder. There are some bigger guys over there.
Yeah, Wilkinson listed as wearing number 79, so we'll keep an eye on it. He wasn't in on that series.
This is a procedure penalty. Why would they take the penalty?
So Cinnaminson in punt formation. And the punt is away. Forster fields it. Contact immediately. Didn't want to hang on to the ball. And Ocean City will begin its next drive at the 16-yard line. At Boulevard Super Liquors on Roosevelt Boulevard in Marmora, the Bile family has served area residents for 4 generations. Boulevard just 676 steps from Ocean City, right off exit 25 on the Garden State Parkway. Through the years, they've employed hundreds of former Ocean City High School athletes, and they form a courteous staff that's ready to help you find what you need quickly and get on your way. Boulevard is open every day until 10. Whatever your needs, the staff at Boulevard Super Liquors can make it happen. Call them 609-390-1300. Check out the new website, superliquorsnj.com. Boulevard Super Liquors in Marmora, family owned since 1938. So here come the Red Raiders again. This time, field position not quite as great, you would say, from their own 16. Good punt coverage from the Pirates. Bailey pulls it down. He's got plenty of room to run again. Bailey out across the 25, wrestled down right at the 27. Flag comes in on the back end here, but another first down run at the moment for Walker Bailey.
I guess, with the success they had in the first series, why change anything? We might as well start with the same thing. Anthony Gasparovic had a great block to help spring Walker Bailey on that play.
Didn't see an indication. Now we're getting it. It'll be holding against Ocean City. So depending on where that came in, will negate at least some of that first down run.
Looks like it's going back at the end of the play almost.
Yeah, that play started from the 16. So it's one of those deals where the hold comes well into the run. So obviously it negates a big run from Bailey, but it doesn't necessarily take you back to 1st and 20. So it was a first down run, hold near the end, so it'll be a 1st and 9 here for Ocean City with 1:30 to go in a, dare I say, quickly moving first quarter. First 2 games were good, but a little bit slow at times. Bailey, the handoff. And right up the gut that time, I believe that was Compton.
You're right, Clay Compton.
And that'll set up 2nd and about 4 here for Ocean City. Compton getting a handful of carries so far. Of course, he has the touchdown for Ocean City. And it just seems like on every play, at the very least positive yardage for Ocean City, if not some chunks of yards.
I think they're going to respect a little bit the interior line again of Cinnaminson.
Bailey hands this one off this time. And someone lost a helmet in there as a flag comes up.
I think that was the ball carrier.
Yeah, it was Tristan Schmidt, who was close to first down yardage and had his helmet ripped off at the end.
I think he has to come out. Although if he draws the flag, maybe he doesn't have to come out.
Yeah, that's the only reason you'd be allowed to stay on in high school. If your helmet pops off, you do have to come out for one play. But if it's ripped off, then that's a penalty. And that seems to be the case here.
Looks like
Face mask. That's the reason he lost his helmet.
Yep.
Was the face mask.
they may alternate running backs quite a bit anyway.
Yeah, Schmidt, a kid as a freshman that saw some time on special teams, as you know, and then banged up last year a little bit. Certainly figures to play a key role here, but don't want to overwork anybody, certainly not here in week 0.
Yeah, he really is an excellent football player.
Bailey again gets the edge, has a first down run and more, and I was going to say it looked like a hold in real time, and those flags come in.
Yeah, I think it's a block in the back or hold, whatever. You could see it. It was right in front of us. And it was more than one guy throwing a flag, so you figured you got it right.
Yeah, one of those deals there that I don't know that Bailey needed that. He had plenty of room. Just a little bit overzealous on the edge of that line that time for the Red Raiders as we tick under 20 seconds. Of course, the clock stops on the penalty here. So back Ocean City up.
I think you see a lot of, we're seeing a lot of runs early on, and I'm waiting to see when they lull them into sleep a little bit and throw the ball downfield, which may happen soon.
So the clock restarts. Ocean City content to let that clock run all the way down. And after the first quarter of play, Ocean City leads Cinnaminson 7-0. We're back after this.
Shoppy's is even better online. You may know their showroom at 1031 Shore Road in Linwood, but you can order whatever you need at shoppy.com. Remember, you're not presenting the best trophy if it's not a Shoppy trophy. Phone 609-653-1684. Shoppy's since 1921. If you have printing needs, you need the Printing Company in Summers Point. They're top quality printers, friendly, skilled professionals. The Printing Company will work with you as part of their unwavering commitment to exceed your expectations. From concept to finished product, your business is their priority. They pride themselves in delivering the expert printing you deserve at an affordable price, from business cards to brochures to visual communications. That includes signs, banners, graphics, vehicle wraps, and much more. The Printing Company, open 9 to 5 at 457th Street in Summers Point. Phone Chugger and his staff 609-374-5417. Let the Printing Company bring your ideas to life.
Baby's up on the boardwalk.
Back to begin the second quarter here. Ocean City with possession, facing first at about 18 here, though, after the holding call. Walker Bailey going to the air this time, has a man as he checks it down. And a nice pickup there on the catch is Joe Berardis. And that'll bring Ocean City across the 45. Berardis finally taken down to the 47-yard line. It sets up 2nd and 5.
And the defender there on the left side really was like a blitz from that left linebacker position, moved up and timed the play perfectly. And I think he felt like he was going to get Bailey in the backfield, and yet wasn't counting on the pass.
So much more manageable down and distance now for Ocean City after first and long. 2nd and 5. Red Raiders approaching midfield. Bailey, handoff this time. And first down yardage and a little bit more from Clay Compton. Compton with a nice spin at the end of that run as well to get a handful of extra yards.
Raiders shift 2 players to that right side, almost like a double slot formation, if that's the correct part of it. But they both threw great blocks to help Clay Compton pick up that extra yardage.
Compton down at the 46 of Cinnaminson, 1st and 10.
I know you can't be double slot on the same side, but that's what it looked like to me anyway.
Early moments of the second quarter here. Ocean City leading 7-0 after a Compton touchdown run in the first half. Bailey. This is Schmidt this time. Huge goal hole up the middle. And Schmidt bursting through it. A gain of 11. Be another first down for the Red Raiders.
So far they've used 3 different running backs, and that's Everybody gets to stay fresh there. A huge hole. I mean, right up between looked like center and right guard.
Yeah, center, another veteran player for Ocean City. That's Luke Holmes, taking care of business up front and opening the running lane there for Schmidt. Right back on the ground, Schmidt. Another first down run, at least close to it. A gain of about 10. We'll see if they move the sticks, and they will. So back-to-back first down runs, and the Ocean City offensive line having its way right now.
Yeah, really strong runs behind strong blocking.
Ocean City wants to move quickly. Right back to Schmidt. Schmidt, another big run. Again, close to 10 yards, right at that stick. We'll see if they move the chains once more. A carbon copy almost, Bud, as that chain gang on the far side of the field is getting a workout.
And I think the same play. I mean, whatever their terminology is for it, they run the same play 3 times in a row. The question is, why wouldn't you run it 4 times in a row if you just gained 30 yards?
Schmidt stays in the game. Bailey under center. Man in motion, right to left. Bailey, Schmidt, they go left side this time. Schmidt has the edge and tripped up there again, but not before he got first down yardage, as Schmidt down inside the 5. It'll be first and goal from about the 3.5-yard line.
Again, they bring the 2 guys in, line them up next to each other just behind the line of scrimmage on the end side.
Schmidt once more. This time, Cinnaminson blows it up in the backfield. Maybe one time too many that time. And that's Jason Straub, 6'1", 215. He's had enough of that, at least for now.
Yeah, he lost his helmet as he was making a tackle, so he will come out of the game for a play.
Schmidt also getting a bit of a breather here as Compton checks back in.
He's got a whole game's worth of yardage gained on 4 plays here for some guys.
Schmidt with a great start to his junior campaign. Ocean City offensive line with a great start to their collective campaign. Now this is Compton. Bailey in the gun, Compton to his right. Bailey keeps it, sheds a tackle, stays on his feet. Walker Bailey trying to get to the far pylon. He won't get there, but really turned disaster into a positive play. That was pretty close to a sack there, Bud.
Correct. And it's, again, shows his mobility that he really wasn't able to show much at all last year after he got hurt early on.
So to bring up third down, Ocean City had first and goal from about the 3.5. It's now third and goal from the 5. Compton stays in the game. Bailey in shotgun. 2 receivers to his right. Bailey looking, firing, and it's picked off right at the goal line. Intercepted by Cinnaminson, and a huge takeaway that time for the Pirates. That's number 14 for the Pirates, and that's Paul Maggin with the big takeaway.
Yeah, you see all that work you did to get down there, and then they turned the ball over, and I think he just threw it into intended, I think, back there for Jack Porter, but just threw it into some coverage there, and that one's picked off.
First big mistake of the game for Ocean City. And what a takeaway for Cinnaminson. Instead of down 2 scores, they take it away, and now long field in front, but the Pirates offense back on the field. Matthew Dever now in a quarterback for the Pirates. And that ball may be loose. It's on the turf, and I think Ocean City has it. The Red Raiders do have it. So a change of quarterbacks there, and I'm not sure if it was on the center quarterback exchange or moments after, but either way, that ball hit the turf and Ocean City pounced on it.
Yeah, and I couldn't see from this far away exactly who it was, but I saw Justin McCormick get off the bottom of the pile there. He might have been the recovery guy, but after a turnover, you think to yourself defensively, all right, boys, you got to go to work here, and let's do something, and it didn't take them long to get that turnover back.
So a redo opportunity here for Ocean City. It'll be first and goal at the 6. And we'll see if the Red Raiders can take advantage of this field position. Compton remains in as the running back. Walker Bailey under center. Compton gets it. Forward for a couple of yards. He's down at the 4. Bring up 2nd and goal.
Gasparovic from that right side line position, throwing a block in there helps him get those couple of yards. But this is where everybody knows it. Real estate gets a little pricier down here in order to be able to pick it up.
Decisions magnified down here. We saw a big one go in favor of Cinnaminson just moments ago.
I think you're going to see Bailey keep the ball on this one.
Compton to his right, Bailey in the gun. 2 men in motion. Bailey looks like a design keeper here, but we have a whistle before the play starts. And this will be a false start against OC.
Yeah, that's a killer. I mean, he was designed to get some decent yardage. I don't know that he was getting into the end zone. It's too early to tell, but you just shoot yourselves in the foot. It's like an unforced error in tennis or something like that. You just, I won't say there's no excuse for it because it happens, but those are the kinds of things you just.
Yeah, you go back to condensed preseason, week 0, all that kind of stuff, but you see it more and more with a lot of these early games. 2nd down now for Ocean City. Bailey handed it off and spinning and tumbling back inside the 5 is Compton. And it looks like he got back to the 4, so it'll be 3rd and goal.
Kane Block, number 54, grabbed the hold of his shirt, kind of held him down, held him up. Allowed a couple of his teammates to make the tackle.
So a key play here for Ocean City, as well as Cinnaminson. Can the Pirates defense do it twice? And a takeaway right in this area a couple of minutes ago, as we're inside 6 to go before halftime. 3rd and goal for the Raiders. Bailey in the gun. Another pre-snap whistle. Check that. Timeout. So Cinnaminson calls timeout, and Mario Patrizzi wants to talk things over with his Pirates. This Battle of the Beach game is brought to you in part by the Cinnaminson High School's Extra Point Club. The Extra Point Club is a group of volunteers who donate their time to make the high school football experience better for the Cinnaminson student athletes. Through car washes, hoagie sales, and other fundraisers, the Extra Point Club provides for the players and coaches throughout the season. Look for the Extra Point Club during the Cinnaminson season and do what you can to help the Pirates. Johnson's Popcorn is known all over the Delaware Valley, specializing in their delicious caramel corn. They're open all year, 1368 Boardwalk in Ocean City. Call them 1-800-842-26. So timeout called there by Cinnaminson. And now we get set for 3rd and goal here for OC.
I wasn't even born then. I know you weren't born then.
A little before my time. Although I was at the old high school.
So was I.
20th anniversary of this one, right? Bailey in the gun. Fakes the handoff. He keeps it. Bailey lowers the shoulder. He's near the goal line. The official on the near side of the field comes in right away, though, says he's short. And
we watched Mainland hold Atlantic City on a 2nd, 3rd, and 4th down from the 2-yard line. The 4th down was from the 1-yard line. So it'd be interesting. I mean, Forster's a really good kicker. They might want to go with the field goal. But, the upside, and they've called timeout here, but the upside to me is if you don't make it, the other team's starting on the half-yard line.
Yeah, I think you may see Ocean City just roll out their big package and try to punch this one in. Ball was marked, initially I thought inside the 1. It looks like it is at the 1, so it's a healthy yard to go. But again, if the line play is your strength, maybe you try to punch this one in.
Interesting, he's going to get up under center here.
He does get up under center. Schmidt lowers the shoulder and tumbles in. Touchdown, Ocean City, as the Red Raiders convert on 4th and goal. And this time it's Tristan Schmidt into the end zone.
It's something watching them over the work down situation the last few years is get up under center. And you always wonder, you got 3rd and 1 or less than a yard, whatever. And I'm glad to see him do that. It's a lot easier to gain a yard there.
13-0 our score with the point after pending. Forster back on. Hendricks gets the hold down. Kick is up and good. And Ocean City able to double its lead with 5:13 to go here in the first half. Ocean City leads Cinnaminson by a score of 14-0. Shoppies is even better online. You may know their showroom at 1031 Shore Road in Linwood. Call 609-653-1684. Shoppies since 1921. And now, of course, starting a new century.
We still haven't seen big number 79.
Yeah, Donovan Wilkinson is regarded as an all-state line player. And I just don't believe he's in uniform today. If he is, we haven't seen him on the field.
He's going to West Point, so that makes him a major contributor.
Kick is away. And a little bit short, fielded around the 15. And number 25 on the kickoff return that time. That is Tyler Palladino. And pretty good field position here for Cinnaminson. Pirates have some time, 5:05 to work with here as Cinnaminson tries to put some points on the board before halftime.
See who the quarterback is.
And it looks like it is number 2, McAndrews, coming back in for this series. Again, Cinnaminson, not a team that we see a whole lot. You wonder if maybe it was a gadget play, a different package in there. Not sure what the situation was, but McAndrews.
Hard to believe it. That gadget play for the 1 yard.
Yeah, that's a good point for sure.
Unless he was going to try to air it out. Maybe he's got a strong arm or something.
Flag comes in here. And looks like too many men in the huddle for Cinnaminson. Legal substitution. That'll back him up 5. 1st and 15 now for the Pirates.
A lot of penalties. A lot of little penalties.
Now both teams with some infractions. Ocean City's been whistled for a few holds, a couple false starts, and Cinnaminson's had its share of pre-snap penalties. Now McAndrews under center, man in motion left to right, 2 backs behind him. And this is number 1, Del Grippo, the junior. Wiggles forward, gets back to the original line of scrimmage, +1. It'll set up 2nd down and 9 for the Pirates.
Just don't know much about Cinnaminson, not only from past years. I mean, first game this season, we don't know really what they like to do. They haven't thrown the ball much early here, but they find themselves behind by 2 touchdowns. You'd think they'd have to open things up just a little bit if they can.
4:30 to go. Clock is running. 2nd and 9 here for the Pirates. McAndrews in the shotgun this time. 2 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. Looks to his right, throws that side, has a man out there. 1st down and more. Across midfield, stumbling, still on his feet, finally knocked down near the 45. That's number 14 for Cinnaminson, Paul Megan, and he's got a 1st down across midfield for the Pirates.
And not only did he make a nice catch, but he eluded what should have been a tackle 10 yards prior. Berardis lost his helmet on the play. That play right there, he had 3 guys who wasn't 10 yards. I guess it was 5 anyway. So he'll come out. Berardis will.
Biggest offensive play of the day there for the Pirates to this point. And cross midfield with some momentum now. Hand off to the up man. It's Del Grippo there, and he's brought down by the feet. Someone in the line got him after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 here as the clock ticks toward 3:30.
Yeah, it was either Grimley or TJ Santarpio. Both of them in there, and one of them grabbed the leg, maybe both.
Looks like he got closer to 4 on that, so we'll call it 2nd and 6. And still some time for Cinnaminson, but we approach 3 minutes to go in the half. Looking up top, McAndrews rolling to his left. The lefty had a man. Pretty solid coverage out there from Ocean City. Colin Thompson in coverage. Ball still could have been caught, but it got tight along that sideline.
Yeah. And, he had plenty of time to throw the football. He was with that rollout or sprint out left. Just they just don't complete the play.
Seemed like a designed waggle there to get the lefty McAndrews moving toward his left. Listed at 5'11", 172 pounds. He's a senior. And this is a Cinnaminson team, and talking to some various media members throughout the course of the day today, certainly projects as one of the top teams in South Jersey Group 2, but if you're down Wilkinson, a little different dynamic for this team. Again, Cinnaminson trying to go up top, pressure from the backside, and that forced the incompletion. Jake Chapman, the sophomore, having some kind of day to begin his second high school season.
Yeah, you see him come from the, here you're going to see the replay here. He comes from the top of your screen around and really hits McAndrew just as he's getting ready to throw the football.
So the clock stops, 2:56, brings up 4th down here, Bud. And you would assume Cinnaminson, and it looks like they do keep their offense on the field. And 4th and 6 here. So another key spot in the game to kind of bookmark.
Yeah, they don't want to give the football back, and you're not going to, may not gain much. It's a win's a crosswind, but a little in your face here.
McAndrews in the gun. Looking up top. Airs one out down the center of the field, and maybe had a man, but just put too much air under that one. It seemed like Palladino had a step, but the throw was off the mark, and Ocean City takes over.
Yeah, he was getting some pressure before he threw the football, and the coverage back there by Joe Pancoast, and the ball just, you know, overthrown, as you said, a little too much air under it, but he was under some pressure, as you could see. It's twice the Raiders are bringing the blitz from the left side, because him being left-handed, that's his blind side. So unless he can feel it, he's not going to see it.
Yeah, certainly credit that incompletion to the Raiders front there. You're right. If you had an extra half second to throw, maybe that's a big play, maybe that's a touchdown, but he had to rush that throw, and in doing so, put it about 10 yards too far. So now Ocean City, all of a sudden, a little bit of time to work with, 2:48 on the clock. And Ocean City can potentially get into its 2-minute drill here if that's what Kevin Smith and company want to do.
I think they do.
Bailey under center, takes the handoff. He wants to go deep. Bailey down the seam. Porter seemed like he got tugged from behind. No flag comes out. And Porter working in double coverage that time. Some contact down there, not enough to warrant the flag. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, again, double coverage throwing the ball into, but, you know, he's down there pretty far, and maybe the ball's sailing a little bit in this wind. It's hard to tell, but strong arm. But could have been picked, could have been caught.
Yeah, certainly it was up for grabs over there, and the officials letting him play. A little bit of hand fighting there. And 2nd and 10 here for Ocean City. Bailey in the gun. Fakes a quick pass out to the right, keeps it on the ground. Bailey hangs on to the ball, spinning for a 1st down. So that'll stop the clock as Walker Bailey has another 1st down run. He's been doing it on the ground in this first half, but
yeah, you know, a lot of coaches don't want their quarterback running the ball that much, but that's a designed run again. He fakes like he's going to throw that little swing pass out to the right side, but you know, he's not your typical size quarterback. I mean, again, 6'2", 200 pounds. That's a good size quarterback. You know, I want to ask you, while we're in a brief little lull here, I read where they're going to finally allow coaches to communicate with quarterbacks in college through the headsets. And darn, it's time they do it in high school. These kids running back and forth is crazy.
Yep, certainly speeds the game up. Bailey, and this is picked off again. And jumping the route that time, number 7 for Cinnaminson. That's Sodi Gant, and he's had a couple big plays in this first half. And you want to say Ocean City's been dominating, but the turnovers have kept Cinnaminson in the game. And now all of a sudden, the Pirates, still with 150 to work with, possession near midfield.
Yeah, he came out of nowhere. I mean, again, the balls, they got good coverage. Cinnaminson has good coverage on a play, and Gant, like you said, jumped the route. I mean, that was a great description. Probably an ill-advised throw at that point into that coverage. I mean, he's got a great strong arm, but the guy's got to be open to be able to catch it.
So these teams sort of taking turns here in the final minutes of the first half. Here's McAndrews in the gun. The lefty has Gant over the middle. He got popped, lost his helmet, and big hit over the middle. Looks like that was Forster. Good sportsmanship to help him up after. Nothing dirty about it. Led with the shoulder. It'll be second and short, looks like.
I don't think I've ever seen so many helmets come off in the first half of a football game, or in a half of a football game. That's got to be 4 or 5 times where somebody's helmets come off.
Clock running here. 2nd and 2. Pirates across midfield. McAndrews again. Looks left, pumps, under pressure, kind of lobs one up, has a man downfield, and it's caught. Inside the 10 to the 9. That's number 25 for Cinnaminson, Palladino. And seemingly an emergency throw, but really McAndrews knew he was down there, just had to get enough on it with the pressure, and he did.
Yeah, he took a big hit there just as he released the football from Anthony Gasparovic. But I don't know if the defensive secondary kind of relaxed a little bit when it looked like he was going to run the football and they were looking to come up, but somebody has to stay back there and in coverage.
So the clock is stopped after a timeout, I believe called by Cinnaminson, obviously. 1:22 to go. And now all of a sudden the Pirates have an opportunity here to punch it in before halftime. Battle at the Beach, created and operated by the West Jersey Football League Coaches Association. 4th year of the event, premier high school football showcase in South Jersey. There's another game to go today. And of course the action shifts to Egg Harbor Township High School tomorrow and Saturday. 5 games each of those days. And some big matchups on tap in the next few days as well. I know Cedar Creek against Camden Eastside is a big one coming up in a couple days. Of course, some big ones tomorrow as well. Looks like they marked him down at the 10. So it is 1st and goal from the 10 here for Cinnaminson. And off to the up man. Not much room to run that time. That was Jude Zarnowski with the carry, but Ocean City was all over it.
Yeah, Justin McCormick, first man in, senior 5'8", 230-pound defensive lineman. And they're going to get a timeout. Looks like they were going without a huddle here. The official has called timeout.
Allows Ocean City to make a couple substitutions here. Jackson Becker, freshman, checks into the lineup. Back underway here. Looking for options. McAndrews to his right, has to throw across his body, had a man, and throw a little bit high that time. It looked like that was intended for Magan, and it brings up 3rd and goal.
Yeah, he had a man out there, but, I mean, in order to get the pass to him would have been very, very difficult. I mean, he had a little tiny window right near the sideline. It was good coverage over there.
And it looks like there was a flag on the play. As I beg your pardon, didn't see it initially, but it was a hold on the Pirates. So certainly Ocean City will take the penalty here. They'll walk him back 10. And now all of a sudden it's 2nd and goal from outside of the 20. 55 seconds to go. And now all of a sudden time is a factor for the Pirates as they're considerable distance from the goal line.
It's going to be chilly for that big game tonight.
Yeah, you certainly take it this time of year. So many hot days in late August. We've had some of those hot days at this event.
Yep.
It's the risk you run, but it's take the breeze tonight. See some sweatshirts in the stands for that one. We're already seeing some for this one. Looking to his right, throwing toward the end zone, and good coverage out there that time by Colin Thompson. Again, looking for Gant that time, and tight coverage from Thompson to bring up 3rd and goal.
Yeah, another case where he just got his hands up there like he's watching the receiver's face and hands and eyes, and like you're taught to do, and just got his hand up there at the right time to deflect that pass away.
So 48 seconds left on the clock. Cinnaminson really in 2-down territory here. This would be a long field goal at the high school level, as it's 3rd and goal from the 21.
Yeah, I mean, if they don't gain anything, 38 yards? That is a long high school field goal, but doable.
So McAndrews in the gun. 2 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. McAndrews looks left, pumps, flushed out of the pocket. On the run, has to get rid of it. And he's pushed out of bounds by number 56 for Ocean City, Justin McCormick. And that moves the Pirates back even further. 4th and goal from the 27.
For the Raiders. Ball back to the 27-yard line. 4th down.
Looks like we will see a field goal attempt here, Bud.
Well, that's even worse because they lost yardage on the last play. So now it's a 44-yarder.
So this is Aiden Burke, the junior. And first we have a timeout called by Ocean City.
Timeout, Ocean City.
Trying to ice the kicker, perhaps.
44-yarder.
Yeah, that's...
he makes this, I'll be impressed.
It's no gimme.
Everybody would be impressed if he
Certainly at
makes
the high
this.
school level. Into a bit of a swirling wind here. Wind, as I'm looking at the flag to the left of us, moving right to left. And the ball is currently placed at the left hash.
Well, I guess it's worth a try. I mean, they're probably not going to gain 26 yards for a touchdown here.
Yeah, it's certainly a tough spot. 4th and goal from the 26.
I think that
27.
the Raiders are be well served to be aware of any kind of a fake here.
So here we go. Called a 44-yard field goal attempt by Aiden Burke. Kick is up. It's curling to the left. It had the distance, but that wind and the hook, maybe a combination of the two, and a flag comes in at the end, though.
I'll tell you, a great foot. I mean, he had plenty of leg to kick that 44-yarder, but the wind just kind of pushed it left on him. See what this flag's about here.
I was following the ball, so I'm not sure if there was any action in the backfield after the kick got away. It looks like hold might be the indication.
Yeah, I think everybody was fouling the ball.
Again, still sorting this out. Right now, the clock has 35 seconds remaining in this first half. And a big decision here. Again, still no indication.
Maybe they're going to pick it up. What's that?
Shot block is running into the kicker, roughing the kicker against Ocean City. So that is the nightmare scenario for the Red Raiders. And it'll be an automatic first down, I believe.
I don't know if we have that.
I don't think, you know what? I think there's so much distance. No, it is automatic. They put one on the box over there. So it's an automatic first down.
Well, they got 35 seconds, so they certainly can run more than one play. But, I mean, you're talking about 14. That ball's on a 14-yard line. It was on a 26 before.
Yeah, so a big break there, certainly, and a big mental mistake for Ocean City. New life for Cinnaminson on this drive as we approach halftime. McAndrews under center. 2 in the backfield, 2 flanked out to his right. McAndrews, the handoff. And Ocean City stops that one. Little to no gain that time on the carry. Number 25, Palladino, the senior. And I believe that's the final timeout of the half taken by the Pirates. And now, Bud, certainly you're looking at obvious passing situations because runs might not get you another run if you don't get in.
Correct. Although you ought to be able to get 2 plays in 29 seconds. The question is, can you get a running play in and get your kicking team on the field in 29 seconds to try a field goal?
Remember, Cinnaminson receiving the kickoff to begin the game. So Ocean City will receive the kickoff to begin the second half. Makes this even more critical for Cinnaminson to try to get some points on the board here. Again, if you go back kind of the beginning of the sequence, they had 1st and goal from the 10. Ocean City defense did its job, forced a long field goal attempt which missed, and then you had the personal foul to kind of set everything back in motion the other way. So now Cinnaminson 2nd down and 9. 29 seconds left on the clock inside the 15. McAndrews under center once more. The lefty looks left, rolls left, has a man in the end zone. Touchdown, Cinnaminson, as McAndrews connects with Gavin Prendergast. I believe his first touch of the game. We talked about him off the top, the senior tight end. He's a weapon, and Cinnaminson is on the board.
Yeah, he gave an inside move and just caught the defender flat-footed when he went to the inside room. Prendergast just cut around him and went back to the corner, and he was wide open on a play, and a real nicely designed play, and a great job by Prendergast to get open and make that catch. And all of a sudden, in what seems like an easy lead for Ocean City is not easy anymore. 14-6 could be 14-7 in a minute.
2 turnovers and 1 huge penalty have kind of swung this game and made it a little closer than maybe it would seem based on the game action.
Hey, he had this, go back to that the touchdown. He had looked like he was going to run a little post pattern. He did like a swim move as the defender came near him. And now what do we have here? There's too many penalties in this game.
So it looks like unsportsmanlike conduct on Cinnaminson. So I think that's a point of emphasis this year, but after touchdowns are scored, I think they want the players handing the ball to the referee, little to no celebration.
Well, they got to stop watching the NFL then.
It's an uphill battle, of course, to try to implement those rules. So again, we know he has the leg, and the kick is up and good by Burke, and the score is 14-7 with 22 seconds remaining in the half.
How's that for an extra point attempt?
Things are always happening at the Ocean City Free Public Library. Coming up tomorrow at 6, another movie in the Military Veterans Film Festival, Hacksaw Ridge, starring Andrew Garfield and Vince Vaughn. Information available at oceancitylibrary.org. You can improve your cooking, baking, chess, and computer skills. It's all free, plus books, magazines, internet access, and much more. The Ocean City Free Public Library, 18th and Simpson. Visit them online at oceancitylibrary.org. So a 1-score game. Ocean City had led 14-0 if you're joining us a little bit late. An early touchdown on the ground from Clay Compton, and then a touchdown in the second quarter on the ground from Tristan Schmidt. But as you just saw, Cinnaminson coming right back and punching it in. On the touchdown throw from McAndrews to Prendergast. Prendergast, a half-dozen touchdown receptions from his tight end spot a year ago as a junior, and one of the senior captains for Mario Patrizzi this season. Wind continues to whip down there on the field, as we talked about, coming out of the north, so moving across the field toward our camera. We saw one kickoff from Ocean City sail out of bounds to the left. Certainly wind playing a factor there as the ball falls off the tee.
Be interesting to see what kind of return they get here, and if the Raiders decide to try to do anything in this last 22 seconds or be happy to go in with a 1-touchdown lead.
So Burke ready and sends this one away. A lot of leg behind this one, and it bounces into the end zone.
Wow.
So touchback there. Interesting decision here. I mean, with 22 seconds, certainly wouldn't expect Ocean City to try to do too much, maybe even just come out and take a knee, but we'll see.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect them to do anything other than run the football here. You don't want to risk another turnover deep in your own territory, and unfortunately got a great leg. I mean, that's really a great leg.
And it looks like Ocean City will take a knee to end the half. As Bailey takes the snap, it goes down to a knee. And that's how the first half comes to an end. Before it does, though, Bud, big event coming up, the Ocean City High School Sports Hall of Fame. I know you have more information on that.
Yeah, Mike, the induction ceremony is December 7th, but just this week the votes were in, and we're going to announce this for the first time that anybody publicly will hear this. for the 10 individuals and the one team that have been selected to the Ocean City High School Sports Hall of Fame. Actually, 5 of them are part of the football program. We're part of the football program, and football group includes John Henry. John was also a track star in 100 and 220. He was Dan Money, who was a 4-sport athlete. Years ago, Dan actually would run track and then run his event in track and go down on the baseball field and play baseball for 4 or 5 innings or whatever and come back up to the track and compete again. He's a great guy. John Lepore was a 3-sport athlete back in the 30s, played football. Chris Curran, who was a 2-sport athlete, played basketball and football. And Wayne Coleman, who was a former football and track coach. Interestingly enough, also selected were swimmer and track champion Fenton Carey Jr., who was a 3-sport athlete, Abby Fenton, who was a state champion and state champion distance runner Megan Hartman, field hockey and lacrosse star Meredith Long, and basketball star Margaret Rao. The team, the 1999 state championship girls field hockey team, will also be honored as Hall of Fame members. Interesting to note real quickly, Mike, that 4 of the inductees are relatives of people already in the Hall of Fame. Wayne Coleman, whose son Doug was a great football player here at Ocean City, went to Nebraska and played in the NFL. Fenton Carey Jr., who both his father and his uncle, Fenton Sr. and John Carey, who the field is named after, he's part of the family tradition. Abby Fenton, whose mother, Christy, was a great athlete, field hockey, softball, basketball. She played all the sports. Megan Hartman, whose sister Abby is also in the Hall of Fame. The field hockey team, interestingly enough, as great as Ocean City's field hockey teams have been over the years, the 1999 team was the only undefeated team in school history. Corey Pickett's, Jen Dotto were 2 of the mainstays offensively on that team. Trish Lefevre, of course, the All-American coach. And congratulations, we want to say publicly, to all the inductees. You get a chance December 7th. You can come on over to the high school and see part of that induction ceremony.
All right, great stuff, Bud. We are at the half here at the Battle at the Beach. Ocean City leads Cinnaminson 14-7. We'll step aside. Should be an exciting second half still to come.
For nearly a century, Gillian's Wonderland Pier has been an entertainment destination for residents and visitors to Ocean City.
The Ocean City Aquatic and Fitness Center is the perfect place for you and your family to stay healthy and fit. From our 25-meter indoor swimming pool to our well-equipped cardio room, we've got you covered. Whether you're looking to lift weights or to get moving in one of our many Group X classes, the Aquatic and Fitness Center has it all. With everything from yoga to cycling, you're sure to find a workout that's fit for you. Come by and find out for yourself why the Ocean City Aquatic and Fitness Center has something for everyone in America's greatest family resort.
If you're planning to build a home, make your first step a visit to Halliday Leonard. Halliday Leonard will consult you on your design and assist the development of your custom home. They build single homes that will fit most any budget, plus condominiums, townhouses, and commercial buildings. Get your ideas together and take them to Halliday Leonard, 700 Haven Avenue in Ocean City, or phone 609-398-5737. Halliday Leonard will help make your dream home a reality. If you have printing needs, you need the Printing Company in Summers Point. They're top quality printers, friendly, skilled professionals. The Printing Company will work with you as part of their unwavering commitment to exceed your expectations. From concept to finished product, your business is their priority. They pride themselves in delivering the expert printing you deserve at an affordable price, from business cards to brochures to visual communications. That includes signs, banners, graphics, vehicle wraps, and much more. The Printing Company, open 9 to 5 at 457th Street in Summers Point. Phone Chugger and his staff 609-374-5417. Let the printing company bring your ideas to life. Shoppy's is even better online. You may know their showroom at 1031 Shore Road in Linwood, but you can order whatever you need at Shoppy.com. Remember, you're not presenting the best trophy if it's not a Shoppy trophy. Phone 609-653-1684. Shoppy's since 1921. Shore True Value Hardware in Summers Point hopes that you'll continue to shop locally. They offer friendly service and expert advice. At Shore Hardware, they'll do anything to help. They're open weekdays and Saturdays until 6, Sundays until 4. Help is just around the corner at Shore True Value Hardware, 515 New Road in Summers Point. Phone 609-927-6464 or visit them online at shorehardware.com.
Whoever you are, whatever you like, there's a place where memories become traditions. So this summer, come on down and enjoy all that's fun at the shore. Plan today and book your vacation in America's greatest family resort. Ocean City, New Jersey. We're less than a tank of gas away.
Mike Frankel, Bud Rink, back with you for the start of the second half. Ocean City leads Cinnaminson 14-7 here at the Battle at the Beach. Second half kickoff brought to you by Fortress Financial, 8th and Asbury in Ocean City. You deserve someone who can help you reach your financial goals. Contact Fortress Financial at 609-399-7600. Cinnaminson receiving the kickoff to begin the game, so Ocean City lined up to receive this kickoff to begin the second half. And fielded right near the goal line there by Colin Thompson. Thompson out to his right, gets to the sideline, stays in bound, dives across the 45, flag comes in, thrown right near the 40. But initially it looks like a solid return here from Colin Thompson. We'll check on the flag, it'll go against Ocean City.
Boy, got a real good block there at the end, toward the end of the run from Joe Pancoast, and then was able to gain another 10 or 12 yards out of it. Looks like it's going back, though. Just watching the blocks on the sideline. I didn't see any blocking in the back. But
so that good kickoff negated, kickoff return negated there. And it'll back Ocean City up a bit. If you're joining us late, Ocean City led this game 14-0, 7-0 after the first quarter, after a touchdown run by Clay Compton. Tristan Schmidt adding a touchdown run in the second quarter before Cinnaminson got on the board. Touchdown pass from Dylan McAndrews to Gavin Prendergast. And that's where we're at right now as we begin the second half, 14-7. Walker Bailey threw 2 interceptions in that first half. Did do well in the ground game as this carry goes to Compton, and the Pirates swallow him up after a gain of 3.
Well, I think that, obviously, like we said at the beginning of the game, both teams want to establish something here to start the second half. The Raiders, as you said, jumped out into that 14-0 lead and then really kind of hurt themselves a little bit, and Cinnaminson gets right back into the game at the end of the half, and we got ourselves a football game.
Bailey in the gun once more, hands it off again. And Compton, some tough running up the middle. Check that, that was Tristan Schmidt, and he has enough for a first down. That'll move the sticks for Ocean City.
I'll tell you, he must have about 8 yards a carry average for his carries. Remember, he gained like 10 yards, 3 carries in a row.
It's certainly easy to see why Ocean City coaches are excited about Tristan Schmidt. Just explodes out of the backfield, and a good combination between Schmidt and Compton. 2 tough runners for the Red Raiders. New set of downs for Ocean City. Forster on the sweep. And this one goes for negative yardage. And for Cinnaminson that time, number 56, Jason Straub, lost his helmet, but made the tackle on the play. A tackle for loss for the Pirates.
Second time for him. I mean, every year they come up with new and better helmets, but that's like 7 times somebody's lost a helmet here so far in this football game. And what good are new and better helmets if you can't keep them on your head?
Equipment staffs for both teams having to make some early season adjustments as well.
Oh, God.
So 2nd and 11 for Ocean City. Walker Bailey under center this time. Forster in motion. Goes to Schmidt. Schmidt again out of a cannon right up the middle. Runs over a defender. That's a gain of about 13 across midfield. First down, Ocean City.
He's 5'9", 188 pounds, and he took on the defender head on after a 10-yard, what seemed like a 10, 12-yard gain. And, give Gant credit. I mean, he hung on there, but he took a hit expecting to give one.
Ocean City right back to the line, right back to Schmidt. Schmidt, again, yards after tackle and close to first down yardage again. It certainly looked that time that Kane Block had him. Block ultimately making that tackle, but not before Schmidt grinded an extra 2 or 3 yards out at the end of that run.
I tell you, it reminded me of what they did in the first half, where they gave him the ball and they ran the same play to the right 2 or 3 times, then they ran it to the left and continued to gain yardage until one time it got stopped.
Ball's on the 40-yard line. They get second and 1.
So second and 1 here for Ocean City. Bailey takes the handoff. He'll keep it himself. Walker Bailey off left tackle. And he's dragged down after a gain of 3 or 4. And it's a first down run for Ocean City. Flag does come in. Maybe a horse collar or a face mask over there.
Against Cinnaminson.
Bailey indicating it's a face mask call. Certainly looked like he was pulled down awkwardly.
The ball was on the 33-yard line. So they're walking back with it a little bit before they step the penalty off. They go back to the 35.
Ball's at the 30-yard line.
So Ocean City is moving here on this opening drive of the second half. Raiders have been really moving the ball all day, but it's just been the turnovers that have really kept Cinnaminson in the game, and really credit the Pirates because they've taken advantage and made those plays to pick off those passes.
Yep. I don't think you'll see them put the ball in the air right now. Not while they're moving it like this on the ground.
Compton in the backfield. Bailey under center. Forster in motion, right to left. Compton. Again, good positive yardage right up the middle. It's been the bread and butter for Ocean City today behind that veteran line. Guys like Cliff Dirks up front, along with Luke Holmes and company. And that'll set up a second and called 4.
You know, a lot of times when you have a two-back offense, they complement each other. They're different style runners, but Compton and Schmidt are the same style runners.
Yeah, it's sometimes hard to tell them apart. Same body size. This is Schmidt back in the game now with the long sleeves on. And he surges forward for a first down. So move the chains again for Ocean City. Red Raiders on the move here with 7:30 to go here in this third quarter.
And you know, part of the reason they're able to gain that yardage is because of those guys up front that are opening the holes on that offensive line. Because there's really nothing fancy about what they're doing. I mean, they're off tackle, they're off guard, and you know, just following those blockers.
So Ocean City now inside the 20. First and 10 from the 18. Ball rolling around in the wind there. Now Holmes has it, ready to snap it. Bailey to Schmidt. Schmidt, a little less running room this time.
Yep.
Bottled up there by the Pirates. And a number of players in on that play, including number 14, Paul Maggin.
Yeah, as you said, a lot of guys down there. 59 also. I'm sorry, 69. 59 looks like for Cinnaminson. That's Paul Victor de Oliveira.
By the way, confirmation at halftime that Donovan Wilkinson, the 6'5", 295-pound Army commit, senior for Cinnaminson, is in fact not in uniform today. Certainly that's a huge factor in this one. Schmidt had to take that run a little bit slower as he tried to make a couple people miss right after he got the handoff. Picks up about a yard or two. It'll set up third and long, though, for Ocean City. Third and 7.
Cinnaminson last two defensive plays have really stiffened up defense against the run there. So now it'll be interesting to see at 3rd and 8 whether or not 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, whether they will throw the ball here. Although they gained a lot of yards with Bailey running to the side, outside. Be interesting to see what the play call is here.
Wonder if it's 4-down territory for the Red Raiders. First things first, 3rd down. And we have a whistle. And this will go against Ocean City. Legal procedure against the Raiders.
They had their share of those.
So that'll back them up 5.
Takes it back to the 20-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 12.
Bailey over at the sideline talking to head coach Kevin Smith.
Yeah, still like to see it. Helmet cams. Not helmet cams, but
helmet communication.
Helmet communication, yeah. I mean, what the heck? In college, it's stupid. You see them holding these great big signs up, and
yeah, you wonder how much is that is misdirection and how much is actually the
most
play.
Of it is misdirection.
So now all of a sudden 3rd and 12. Bailey looks up top. lobs one, has Thompson, and just put it too far outside. Thompson got turned around a little bit on that play as well, Bud, which didn't help him, and it brings up 4th and long.
Yeah, as I said earlier, you know, he's got a strong arm. He just, that time, overthrow him.
Almost looked like Thompson wasn't quite ready for that ball when it came out. He kind of was looking over the wrong shoulder by the time he turned. Couldn't get there.
I tell you, Forster could kick this ball, but I don't think he's going to get that opportunity. You're only talking about 37 yards.
Yeah, wind, again, judging by the American flag to our left, still blowing pretty stiffly across the field toward us. So left to right here in this direction.
Would accentuate your slice.
They'll go for it. Bailey looking up top, out to his left. He's going to try and run for it, but he's not going to get there. Cut down about 5 or 6 yards short, and the Pirates defense holds. It bends but does not break.
Yeah, that time Jackson Machado over there along with a couple of his teammates forced Bailey out of bounds, and that time, you know, he wasn't going to throw the ball away or throw an interception, tried to gain it on his own. Just wasn't going to be. So Cinnaminson's defense on that series, at least toward the last 3-4 downs, was maybe as good as it's been all game.
Stepping up when it needed to step up. So now the Pirates get another turn on offense. They were helped out by a roughing the kicker call on a field goal attempt that missed. It really ultimately led to the touchdown. Now a chance to put another drive together, but this is a non-starter here as that Ocean City front is into the backfield in a hurry.
Wow. That was a whole line.
Where do you start, right? Dirks was up there.
Yep, Berardis from the middle linebacker position, stuck in there.
Gasparovich also up there.
Yeah, the whole defensive line really caused that play. Dirks probably missing one. Justin McCormick, I think, also is up there.
So maybe a loss of a half a yard. Call it 2nd and 10 here as we are under 4 minutes to go in the third. Cinnaminson with the football, trailing by a touchdown. Wind whipping here at Carey Stadium. McAndrews rolls out to his left, the lefty looking for options. He'll keep it down, and the tackle made right near the boundary that time by Tommy Grimley. And positive yardage, not enough for the first, though. It'll bring up about 3rd and 6 for the Pirates.
Yeah, he probably ran 15, 16 yards to gain 2. And a nice tackle by Grimley. He's still looking downfield. He really, I think, wanted to throw the ball to Gant, who was well covered down on this sideline.
So Ocean City chewing up most, or at least more than half, we'll say, of the third quarter clock. And now the Red Raiders with a chance to get the ball right back if they can come up with a stop here.
It's a big play here early in the second half.
McAndrews in the gun, 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. McAndrews trying to escape the pressure, still on his feet, fighting. One tough kid, but really just too many Red Raiders there in the end. And ultimately, I believe that was Grimley that finally helped bring him down.
Yeah, Ryan Hendricks, along with Grimley. I think Hendricks had a hold of his foot back there, and Grimley finished him off. I thought 2 or 3 times that McAndrews was going to lose the ball, but really did a nice job holding on to it, tried to still make something of it. But defensive coverage was good behind him.
So
and the Raiders are going to get it.
Yeah, forces the 3 and out. And so the Red Raiders will have an opportunity to get the football back here with under 3 to go in the third. A little bit of pressure there. Punt away. Forster fields it just shy of the 50. Now crosses midfield, and he's wrapped up at the Cinnaminson 44. So again, tremendous field position to begin the next drive for Ocean City. The RJH Insurance Group is specialized in home and flood insurance since 2006. At RJH, they are committed to excellence. As an independent agency, they have the ability to represent multiple insurance companies to get their customers the most competitive rates. Call Rich Hope for a quote, 609-630-4569, or check out their many services at rjhinsurance.com. That's the RJH Insurance Group.
Well, I thought Pankos was going to have an opportunity to get a block punt there, but I think he just decided that he wasn't going to take a chance on a roughing the kicker penalty. And
another big run up the middle that time. This is Compton, and Clay Compton all the way down to about the Cinnaminson 30. And how many times today have we seen these big runs on first downs to just move the sticks like that?
Same play. I mean, same play all day. Here it comes again. Watch. There it is.
City wants to move quickly. It's Compton again. A little bit of hesitation as he waited for the block in front of him. He won't have a first down run this time, but it will have a nice pickup of yardage, about 6 on the play. Bring up second and short.
Eric Reef leading the block that time.
So we were approaching 2 minutes to go here in the third. Again, Ocean City with that 14-7 lead and on the move. Schmidt checks in now in the backfield. Schmidt gets the call, tries to bounce this one outside, now goes back inside. And finally ripped down in there. Nice strong tackle on the interior that time by Jackson Machado, but not before Schmidt picks up a first down.
6 foot, 200-pound defensive end.
Quickly, right back to it, right back to Schmidt. Up the middle, dragging Pirates with him. And he's finally brought down just inside the 6. It'll be second and short. Check that, first down. So enough for another first down. And the stick is wrong right now. It is second and short. So the sticks were still up. Check that. It's second, should be second down.
Third down.
They have 3 on the box.
They have 3 on the stick. No, they have second on the stick.
Yeah, now they corrected. Second down. So it was first and goal that previous play. The sticks were still up. It all happened so fast. Chain Gang couldn't really catch up to the on-field action, but now they got it.
I thought Chip Kelly was on the sideline running that offense for a minute.
Bailey in the shotgun. Ocean City looking to punch one in. The run up the middle, and it looks like a touchdown, another touchdown for Clay Compton. His second of the day, a 4-yard touchdown run, and Ocean City is back up by 2 scores.
Well, they sure can't complain about their run game, should the Raiders, when they go back and look at the film. But they just got so much push between Reef, between Gasparovic. They also got a big push up there ahead, too, from Santapario.
So Compton and Schmidt have made the most of those giant holes being opened up by the Ocean City offensive line as Forster comes on to attempt the extra point. Hendricks gets it down. The kick is up and good. And with 52 seconds to go here in the third, Ocean City now leads 21-7. At Boulevard Super Liquors on Roosevelt Boulevard in Marmora, the Bile family has served area residents for 4 generations. Boulevard is just 676 steps from Ocean City and right off exit 25 at the Garden State Parkway. Through the years, they've employed hundreds of former Ocean City High School athletes. They form a courteous staff that's ready to help you find what you need quickly and help you get on your way. Boulevard is open every day until 10 p.m. Whatever your needs, the staff at Boulevard Super Liquors can make it happen. Call them at 609-390-1300 or check out their new website, superliquorsnj.com. Boulevard Super Liquors in Marmora, family owned since 1938.
It doesn't quite seem like August.
It doesn't. It's chilly out there. It's, but again, we're not complaining.
It's chillier in here than it is out there.
That's true.
It used to be the other way around.
I'll tell you what, it kind of feels like football weather a little bit, right? It's an overcast day here by the beach.
You know, but next Saturday, Saturday after, it could be 80 degrees and sweaty again.
That's what you get in Cape May County sometimes. So Forster ready to kick this one away. And the Pirates have 2 players standing at the 10-yard line. kicking this one toward the left side of the field, fielded just at the 11-yard line. And pretty good coverage from Ocean City as the Red Raiders able to wrap up Palladino just as he crosses the 25-yard line. So a long field ahead here for the Pirates.
Yeah, that was TJ Santarpio. I hope I'm saying that one right. Making a stop.
Things running a little bit behind schedule today, so starting to see some IMG and Bergen Catholic fans start to fill up some spots of the stadium.
How do they know who's the home team?
Guess is as good as mine. You know, Ocean City's been the nightcap traditionally here, but obviously giving way to that huge national game. On the sweep here is number 14, picking up a couple of yards that time is Magan. But again, Ocean City up to the challenge up front after a gain of about 3.
So what do you think at Preston, J, Carey, whatever that is on the back of everybody's shirt who's here from IMG, what do you think that stands for?
Yeah, Bud, that's got to be a social media handle, right? That's the thing these days.
Yeah, but who is Preston J. Carey?
I guess the nation's going to find out later tonight. So this is McAndrews looking to throw, checks it down, and an open field tackle made quickly by number 40 for Ocean City. Good wrap up by Joe Pancoast, who was closing on that play quickly and got the job done as we take another look here.
Yeah, that's a defender's dream there, to have the guy right in front of you. He doesn't see you, and you got an outstanding look and a wrap at the waist and tackle. Perfect.
So that's the end of the third quarter. We'll step aside for a moment here, heading to the fourth. Ocean City leads Cinnaminson 21-7.
For nearly a century, Gillian's Wonderland Pier has been an entertainment destination for residents and visitors to Ocean City. In October, the amusement center at 6th Street and the Boardwalk will close. Wonderland is open tonight through Labor Day until 10 p.m. and each evening through September 14th. It will then continue to be open weekend evenings until early October. Come out, use your tickets, and enjoy one last visit to Gillian's Wonderland Pier, 6th and the Boardwalk in Ocean City.
Whoever you are, whatever you like, there's a place where memories become traditions. So this summer, come on.
Quickly back underway here to begin the fourth quarter. Mike Frankel, Bud Rink with you as Cinnaminson tries to go to the air, looking for Gant. Double coverage out there. Forster on the backside, got a little bump in. Hendricks running alongside Gant as well as that pass is incomplete. And that'll bring up fourth down for the Pirates.
Actually, again, McAndrews got a strong arm. Not real big guy, 5'11", 172-pound senior, but airs it out. Again, Raiders with good coverage there, but they're going to get the football back here. Another touchdown could kind of put this one away.
Yeah, really a big game for both teams. You know, Cinnaminson in Group 2 doesn't have the opportunity to play a lot of larger public schools as this punt is away. Bouncing toward the near side of the field, it'll bounce out. And a big game for Ocean City because while the Red Raiders get a little bit of schedule relief this year, it's still far from an easy schedule for them. So this is a game against a smaller school, but a team that many project to be one of the top ones, certainly when they have Donovan Wilkinson available. It's hard to really factor how much a guy like that plays a role, but certainly up front where this game is kind of being won by Ocean City right now, that would be his territory. But a lot on the line here for week 0 for both clubs.
Yeah, and of course the Raiders are going to play down the road. They're going to play Mainland. That's always tough. Mainland lost a lot from an undefeated team last year, but still very formidable. But they beat Atlantic City today here in the game preceding this one, 29-18. And they're going to play Cedar Creek. They're going to play Holy Spirit. And those teams are all ranked in the top 10, top 12.
So you figure it's Clay Compton time now for Ocean City. Compton gets the carry, makes a cut,
Thompson
And again, big time positive yards on first down. He's forward for a gain of about 7. Bring up second and short as he crosses midfield. And we do have a flag in the backfield. So we'll check on this. And we'll go against Ocean City. Legal shift.
Too many penalties. Again, unforced errors, illegal shifts, illegal motion. Got to clean that up.
So negates the nice first down run from Clay Compton. Again, not keeping official stats up here, but you have to think that Schmidt and Compton both have to be at or near 100 yards rushing on the day.
Yeah, you're probably right. At least 75 or 80.
Yep. This is Compton. Some room to run off left tackle. Gets close to midfield. And kind of where he went down last time. So even after the penalty, it'll be about 2nd and 5 right near midfield. Call it the Ocean City 49. And Ocean City just looking to pick up some yards and chew some clock right now. Under 11 to go in the game. Compton has it again. Picks up a block. Tumbles forward. Spins down at the Cinnaminson 40.
Yeah, we said it before. I mean, they're just really straight ahead football. You look at these big guys leading. At that time, it was Luke Holmes. And, you could mention almost everyone's name, every run like that, because they're just, whether it's he or whether it's Schmidt. Yeah, you could tell when the fans go back to get sweatshirts and blankets and stuff. It's not a typical August day here.
I mean, the sun was peeking out a little bit during the mainland game, and, like it gets in August when the sun's out, it's hot down there, but it's really been overcast for most, if not all, of this game, and the wind has picked up. And we have a penalty here against Cinnaminson. Looking on sportsmanlike conduct, I didn't see an indication from the official, as he just went over to have a conversation with Pirates head coach Mario Patrizzi. He was less than thrilled with the decision. Looks like now we'll have the indication.
And there was also an ejection.
Here's Bailey out of the shotgun. First down. Schmidt into the game, right up the middle. And again, a flag comes in near the end of the play. A couple of big guys tangling out there, so we'll see what this is. Things maybe getting a little bit chippy down there on the field.
Well,
and a Pirate shaken up after the play.
I'm sure the Cinnaminson players are a little bit, I don't know what the right word is here, depressed that they're being run on quite so easily. And yet, on the other side, the Ocean City players, because they're having such success, they're probably feeling their oats a little bit. And
so as a Cinnaminson player is tended to on the field, that's the Oliveria. A chance to remind you, the Battle at the Beach game brought to you in part by Cinnaminson High School's Extra Point Club. Extra Point Club is a group of volunteers who donate their time to make the high school football experience better for the Cinnaminson student athletes. Through car washes, hoagie sales, and other fundraisers, the Extra Point Club provides for the players and coaches throughout the season. Look for the Extra Point Club during the Cinnaminson season and do what you can to help them help the Pirates. So that call goes against Ocean City. And a couple of big penalties going both ways in the last few moments here as clock winds. 10 and change to go in the fourth. Ocean City looking for a potential score that could possibly put this game away. Already up by 2 scores here in the fourth. Tristan Schmidt on the carry again. Schmidt makes a man miss. Again, lowers the boom, goes through a defender, and close to first down yardage. I beg your pardon, they were backed up after the penalty. So a big run. It'll still be about 2nd and 5.
Tell you, he really changed the direction really quickly there for Schmidt. And if you're from Ocean City or sitting on the Ocean City sideline rooting for that team, realize both these guys who are running the football the way they are both juniors.
Nice situation to have for Kevin Smith. Walker Bailey pulls this one in. He'll take it himself. Bailey makes a man miss. Bailey toward the end zone. He lost the football. The official comes in and says he was down, that the ground caused the fumble. So Bailey will be marked down at the 1-yard line. Close call there, bud. Pretty close to a fumble. Let's take another look here.
Again, yep, fighting for the extra yard.
Trying to get to that end zone. He's marked down, but the referee had it right away. The official linesman on the near side there. And another Pirate player shaking up a bit. Looks like this one could just be some cramping here. So they'll tend to him. Johnson's Popcorn, known all over the Delaware Valley, specializing in their delicious caramel corn. They're open all year, 1368 Boardwalk in Ocean City. Phone them at 1-800-842-2676 or go online to johnsonspopcorn.com to place your order. Johnson's Popcorn since 1940.
And if you see that on your screen right there, that's so when they ask you if you want a lid or no lid, you say no lid.
No lid is
look
the
at
move.
that.
Only amateurs opt for the lid.
Yeah.
You still get the lid, but you get it on the side. You
Correct.
Get it in the bag.
After you eat half the bucket.
That's correct. All right, so Ocean City will have first and goal from the 1. And again, still a lot of time, but you start to look at the scoreboard here. This is really a chance for Ocean City to try and put this one away. Schmidt in the backfield. Gets the call. And he'll be close. I think he got back to the original line of scrimmage, and the Pirates able to keep him out of the end zone there, so it'll be second and goal.
That's the same play they ran that Compton scored on in the first period, I believe.
OC wants to go quickly. Right back to the line, right back to Tristan Schmidt. And that time, he's in. So 2 touchdowns on the day for Tristan Schmidt, 2 touchdowns on the day for Clay Compton. The running game has been firing on all cylinders for Ocean City as the Raiders now lead 27-7.
And if Forster's perfect again, soon to be 28.
So again, still some time to go here, as there's still almost 9 minutes to go in the game, but Ocean City has to be pleased with its rushing attack and the way that they've dominated the line of scrimmage, taking advantage of Cinnaminson being without the 6'5", 295-pound Army commit Donovan Wilkinson, as the extra point is up and good. 4 for 4 on the day for Forster, and 28-7 is our score. Shoppy's even better online. You may know their showroom at 1031 Shore Road in Linwood, but you can order whatever you need at Shoppy.com. Remember, you're not presenting the best trophy if it's not a Shoppy trophy. Phone them at 609-653-1684. Shoppy since 1921, and yes, now into a new century. Again, still the nightcap to go here as Bergen Catholic makes the trip south. IMG Academy makes the long trip north. Those two teams will square off in the final of 4 games a little bit later this evening. And 2 more days of action at the Battle at the Beach. Of course, the venue shifts, though, to Egg Harbor Township High School the next 2 days. And it should be a packed slate. This is the widest margin of any of the games so far today, but still some time, though. But it's been a good day of football, a competitive day of football so far.
I wonder what kind of airline miles you accumulate if one of your sons plays for IMG.
Well, I think if one of your sons plays for IMG, the airline miles you accumulate, you would hope get paid back if they get drafted in the NFL. I guess that's the trade-off
absolutely.
there. But yeah, they're a national school, no doubt about it.
I mean, and before that, you're going to get some kind of a full ride to some college, so you get a free education.
Yep.
And you don't even need the federal government to pay it back for you.
I don't know. I'm just a public school kid. That kick is off. And soars into the end zone. You know, Forster, too. Ocean City's had some good kickers over the last couple of years that have just been kickers. Forster's an athlete who also can kick, and that's a nice luxury to have, too. A little different than what they've had in recent years, but he's a guy who's going to get after it on the field, tackle you, maybe make a catch, but then he's also going to move one through.
Yeah. And the wind has shifted a little bit now, so Cinnaminson's going to be into it just a little bit. I mean, it's still crosswind, but it is a little bit off the ocean right now. So, and again, they have 3 touchdowns to get here in 9 minutes, which is certainly doable, but very, very formidable.
So again, this is Matthew Dever into the lineup wearing number 6, and he keeps it on the ground. We just saw him for 1 play in that first half, and it was a fumble. So Dever get a little bit of work again here. He is a junior. Of course, McAndrews is a senior. They list him at 5'11", 185 pounds, so a little bit more muscle, we'll say, a little bit more size than McAndrews. But you wonder, just wanted to mix it up maybe if you're Cinnaminson, or just give Ocean City a new look, or just get another guy some experience right now. Not a blowout by any means, but a 3-touchdown game with 8 minutes to go. Dever under all kinds of pressure that time. And again, guess who? Jake Chapman leading the charge in there.
Yeah, and Berardis also. 2 of them. Berardis, one of the captains, he's had a big game out of his linebacker position.
Bring up
Chapman, the main defender on the play.
So it'll bring up 3rd and long here for Cinnaminson. Clock is stopped after the incomplete pass. Matthew Dever under center. Dever, and he is swallowed up in a hurry back there. Again, it's Chapman leading the charge, and Ocean City really putting the finishing touches on what's been a dominant effort up front, both on the offensive line and the defensive line.
Yeah, I think you see quite a few substitutions from here on in. At least you would hope you'd see some substitutions.
Yeah, situation here for Cinnaminson, even down 3 or at this part of the field, 4th and long. Pirates are going to punt this one away, or at least line up in punt formation. Burke also handling the punting duties for this team. Sends this one. Fielded at the 45 by Forster. Forster has a lane on the outside. Forster still on his feet, inside the 5, and just short of the end zone. We just talked about it.
Yeah.
He's more than a kicker. J.P. Forster, he's an athlete who just also happens to kick.
Yeah, it's 5'10", 177 pounds. Pretty big guy for returning punts, but man, what a great return. And he was about a yard shy, or a yard and a half shy of returning that punt for a touchdown.
Down at the 2. And if the game wasn't put away by the last touchdown, certainly a chance for Ocean City to really put it away here. 7 minutes to go. Change at quarterback here for Ocean City. Compton still in the game. They keep it on the ground. QB keeper, that's number 12, Jackson Becker. And Becker with the touchdown for Ocean City. So I don't know too many people who, first quarterback to score for Ocean City, it wouldn't have been Walker Bailey, but Becker, I don't know who had that on their bingo card, but that's the way it turns out today.
Well, that's his first down as a quarterback. He's a freshman. So first time he's been in a varsity game, he scores a touchdown. How's that for your record?
Someone will probably have to explain to him it's not like that every time, but certainly not a, couldn't dream of a better start to your high school football career. And you're right, the freshman punches it in. And point after pending here from Forster. 4 for 4 on the day, make it 5 for 5. 35-7 is our score now. And Ocean City, once again, putting the finishing touches on this one.
Yeah, that's a great return there that set that up.
Again, today's game brought to you in part by the Cinnaminson High School's Extra Point Club. The Extra Point Club is a group of volunteers who donate their time to make the high school football experience better for the Cinnaminson student athletes through car washes, hoagie sales, and other fundraisers. The Extra Point Club provides for the players and coaches throughout the season. Look for the Extra Point Club during the Cinnaminson season and do what you can to help them help the Pirates. Boy, that wind is whipping, and just looking at some of the sweatshirts and hats of some people in front of us, they're having to hang on to some things right now.
Yeah, well, it's, they're predicted possibly some bad weather coming this way, but I don't know that they're going to get rain and stormy stuff. But
I think overnight was the initial projection, but hopefully we can get the next game off without a hitch. And this one is not quite in running clock territory. So it's kind of like a 9-run game in high school baseball.
Yeah.
Right? You got to keep going.
Yep. Well, certainly the second half, the Raiders have turned this game into a rout. Again, he kicks the ball into the end zone.
Yeah,
and
it's helped with the wind a little on that one. It's kind of starting to blow. It's swirling, though. It's going every which way.
We're being entertained here in front of us. I think about 40 cheerleaders all taking turns to do their U.S. Olympic floor exercise.
The big thing, Bud, will be, can Ocean City sustain this? In talking to some of the players for the season, they got a win to open the season last year, right? And then certainly that schedule kind of caught up to them in a hurry. So obviously you can only play them one at a time. This is a nice way to start the year, but this is a team that talked about, all right, stringing something together to start the season and trying to put yourself in a better position come playoff time. As the carry goes up the middle, we haven't seen too much in Del Grippo in the second half here, mainly because possession's been dominated by Ocean City. And it looks like Del Grippo a little bit slow to get up. Hopefully he's able to shake that off as he's back to his feet.
Yeah, it's the one thing this will do is give them some confidence for the next game. I mean, the kids. I think kids think they can win every game, no matter who they're playing. So the mantra of one game at a time actually works for most of the kids. They're going to look ahead to, mainland or teams like that. But in the meantime, this will be a big boost as an opening series game.
Second down and 6 here for the Pirates. 6:30 to go here in the fourth. Ocean City all over this play. This is a third quarterback into the game. This is Connor Koslov. Another senior, 6'1", 165 pounds. And the Ocean City front in on that play here is now you're seeing Dirks come off and get a breather and some fresh legs into the game as TJ Santarpio checks in.
Comes into the lineup.
So 3rd and 7 here for Cinnaminson. Throwing left side, a little bit out of reach of Del Grippo. And that'll bring up 4th and long.
They had him open over there, just couldn't connect. Just kind of playing out the string here.
Yep, Cinnaminson.
Before the big event.
Cinnaminson on its 3rd quarterback of the day here, trying to get some different guys some reps. Wind playing a factor possibly there. And I think you'd probably expect to see Ocean City's 2nd unit on the field when the offense comes back out here.
Yeah, I expected to see the 2nd unit defense out there last time, but it's still 5.5 minutes left.
Yeah, they started mixing them in a little bit. You saw some guys being swapped out. This one goes off the side of the foot. Still a decent kick. It'll get a good bounce for the Pirates. And now it's bouncing the other way, so they pick it up. And Ocean City will begin this drive almost right at midfield at the 49 in their own territory. And now we are seeing, well, not on the field yet as they have to receive some instructions, but I think basically the entire 2nd unit now for Ocean City. Certainly the freshman quarterback, Jackson Becker, will be back out there. And you'd expect Ocean City to keep it on the ground here.
Yeah, they're getting their last minute instruction. Probably most of these players you'll see on the JV squad coming up.
So it's Becker under center, the freshman. His second snap. This one doesn't go for a touchdown as he hands it off to big number 33. Tries the right side. He's attacking the backfield. That's Leon Brown. He's a junior. 6 foot, 206 pounds. Tough to bring down, but the Pirates do a nice job there gang tackling him. Loss of 2 on the play. Bring up 2nd and long. Under 5 to go now here in this ball game.
Becker, as we said, is a freshman.
Someone's birthday in the crowd down there, so we get set for 2nd and long. Brown again, and just muscling forward. That should have been about a 2-yard loss. He turns it into a 3-yard gain, and a tough run there from Leon Brown. Be 3rd and long.
4:14. As Mike said, the clock is not running. You got to be 35 points ahead, right? Is it 35 or 34?
30.
I think it's 30.
32 or 33. And if the other team scores, it has to get back over a certain threshold.
Right.
But yeah, we're not there here. I mean, clock running anyway with the runs, and you'd expect Ocean City to continue that. 3rd and long here, though. Brown once more. Off of the right side. Picks up about a half a yard, so Ocean City will have to punt this one away. Chance to chew up some more clock before they do so.
I think everybody who's here for the next game is ready for this one to be over.
Yeah, you
I
see
think most everybody's ready.
Yeah, I see some IMG fans looking for some seats. I mean, the bleachers certainly in front of us on the Ocean City side, they're pretty much full for this game, and you have to say at least 80% full. And so there'll certainly be some more room for the huge crowd filling in a few moments here.
Another whole set of bleachers actually to our left.
Yeah, Cinnaminson obviously with a good crowd making the hour-plus trip down, but not as many fans as the hometown Red Raiders. Ocean City taking this play clock all the way down under 3 minutes, and in fact taking a delay of game penalty just to run all that time off.
I think they might have just called timeout.
The flag came out with timeout. It looks like they are going to march it back. So I'm not sure if probably just content to take that penalty anyway at this point.
Well, and again, they got a lot of kids in the game right now that aren't normally in the game, so.
Right. Punt is away. Takes a bounce near the 20. It'll bounce out at the 21. Clock takes a couple extra ticks after the ball went out. I don't think anyone minds. 2:40 to go here on what should be the last possession of the game. Ocean City still has some tough teams on the schedule this year. They had that great run. The West Jersey Football League obviously schedules in cycles, 2-year cycles. And, coming off of that COVID era, Ocean City had a really good team those years. And as a result, they played a really tough schedule the last couple years. It's not a flip by any means. They still have some tough teams on that schedule. Holy Spirits, Atlantic Cities of the world.
Cedar Creek.
Yep.
Mainland.
Yep. They do play Middle Township, which is another smaller school down the line. But Ocean City, even with that 3-7 record, Bud, yeah. I mean, they beat Hamilton late in the season last year. Close game, turned around and lost to them in a close game in the playoffs.
That'll be, they get a lot of home games this year, but they're going to go to Hamilton, they're going to go to Mainland, they're going to go to Cedar Creek, I believe. So.
I think if you're Ocean City too, Group 4 is no cakewalk, but Mainland slides down to Group 3 this year. Maybe
so does Ocean City.
Oh, Ocean City is a Group 3 this year. Okay, I beg your pardon.
Yep, slide down also.
So some teams changing spots here in the groupings.
The 10 coach center tackle for the Raiders.
I do know Bergen Catholic staying in non-public
You
A.
think? You think?
There won't be any movement there as they get set to take on IMG.
This fella down here with a cowboy hat and a sleeveless shirt on.
Off tackle here, and that's Del Grippo. And coming up to make the tackles, Colin Thompson, as we're under 2 minutes to go in this contest.
Well, it's going to be a good, first week of school for these kids.
Yeah, flying high after a. That's the thing about this early start, right? These kids haven't even been in the hallways yet.
Correct. No pep rallies.
Yeah. Some teams have even played, depending on the school schedules, 2 games before school starts, but Ocean City will begin school next week with a win under its belt. Del Grippo, tough runner. And it's just been tough sledding though for him today, really. Losing Wilkinson. Again, the only information we got is he's not in uniform for whatever reason.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he's a great player. I mean, and he makes a difference out there, but he's not making a 4 touchdown difference.
Right, yeah. I mean, it takes an entire line, and Ocean City has dominated in the trenches today, pretty plain and simple.
And there's a reason he's not in uniform. I mean, we don't know what it is, but.
Right. So we are under a minute to go now. Could be the final play of the game. I think both teams would be content with that. We'll see. Inside handoff.
Yeah, the only guys that want the game to keep going is the ones that are getting a chance to play here.
That's right.
And
I believe, based on the clock, that could be the end of the game. Ocean City has to wait to see what Cinnaminson wants to do here.
I think they'd run another play if they want to. Of course, you risk somebody getting hurt, but you give it a kid a chance to get another play in. Doesn't look like it, though.
Yeah, looks like this will be it as the teams get set to line up in midfield. And Ocean City has a dominant victory to begin the 2024 football season. 35-7 your final. And it was a ground and pound attack for Ocean City. 2 touchdowns for Clay Compton, 2 for Tristan Schmidt. The freshman quarterback gets it on the act, Jackson Becker. But really the line play up front and those running backs hitting those whole hards, and even really Walker Bailey in that first half on the runs. That was the story here today, bud.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, you'd mentioned earlier that you thought both Tristan Schmidt and Clay Compton probably had 100 yards rushing. I think, they probably been another 50 yards somewhere else. And Walker Bailey certainly had his share. So I won't be surprised if there's 250 yards rushing. And, that's not going to happen every game. But again, it's a good start for this football team here locally. And, they'll be strutting around the hallway in the first few days of school for sure until next week.
So McAndrews with the touchdown pass to Prendergast and the loss for Cinnaminson as the Pirates begin the season with a tough loss here in Ocean City. But the Red Raiders, they're 1-0. That's all you can ask if you're an Ocean City football fan. And now for Bud Rink and our entire team here, thanks for joining us. IMG Bergen Catholic, the nightcap to follow in a little bit here on day 1 of the battle at the beach.